name is Nur Syazwani binti Muhammad Nizam and my matric number is 280598. Today, we are members of Group 3. We will be presenting topics related to creating and managing a portfolio. So, for the beginning, I will brief you a little on the introduction of this topic. What is a portfolio? A portfolio is an investment that consists of one group of assets such as common, stock, bonds, banknotes, and debentures. The term portfolio can be defined by taking into account both their risk tolerance and the objective they wish to achieve with their money. In most cases, investors personally own their portfolios before having them handled by financial specialists or money managers.
Monetary policy addresses interest rates and the supply of money in circulation, and it generally is managed by a central bank. The role of Bank Negara Malaysia is to promote monetary and financial stability. This is aimed at providing a conducive environment for the sustainable growth of the Malaysian economy. Bank Negara Malaysia's monetary policy is to maintain price stability while remaining supportive of growth. Bank Negara Malaysia is also responsible for financial system stability and strengthen the financial market, including the foreign exchange market. The main objective of monetary policy are here below: stability of internal prices. Heavy fluctuation in the general price level is not good for an economy. The result in instability damaging production and unemployment.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Fatin Najwa binti Muhammad Fauzi. My matric number is 280911. I will explain about Cheetah Holding. Since country of origin for Cheetah Holding is Malaysia, I will explain about monetary and fiscal policy in Malaysia. Malaysian government manage the country money policy through modifying interest rate and changing the amount of money in circulation. For the time being, Malaysia Central Bank, that is Bank Negara Malaysia, employ interest rate targeting. BNM can use monetary policy to increase or decrease the money supply as well as the interest rate. BNM will set monetary policy based on different economic conditions such as inflation or recession by raising or lowering interest rate in order to achieve macroeconomic goals. As a result, monetary policy will influence the country's aggregate demand in three components, that is consumption, investment and net export. The interest rate at which bank makes overnight policy is monetary policy instrument that is commonly used by BNM. To control monetary policy, the Malaysian government can see the open market operation and statutory reserve ratio. In addition to changing interest rate, the BNM will impose open market instrument to reduce or increase money supply in the market by selling or buying securities. Furthermore, the statutory reserve ratio is a tool for reserving the money supply. For fiscal policy, that is refers to the use of government budget to influence economic activity. Malaysian governments endeavour to affect the economy through taxation, transfer payments and purchase of commodities and services in order to accomplish macroeconomic goals like as full employment, sustainable economic growth and price level stability. Malaysian government's two primary fiscal policy instruments are government tax and expenditure. There are three discretionary fiscal policy stance, that is neutral, expansionary and contractionary. However, how does the Malaysian government formulate fiscal policy? So, the policy response is determined by the economic environment, whether there is a recessionary gap, an inflationary gap, a budget deficit or a budget surplus. For example, during a recession, expansionary fiscal policy will be used to increase demand and economic growth, whereas contractionary fiscal policy will be used during a boom to reduce demand and inflation.
Monetary policy is the process developing and implementing plans through which is the central bank to control the quantity in the economy and the channel through which it operates. Malaysia positive policy shift away from monetary easing and fiscal expansion supported positive stock market return into demand as a liquidity remained plentiful, while value had emerged following the sharp 2021 market downturn and poor regional performance. Concern were raised by the COVID-19 pandemic and flood disaster which brought the influence for quarter earning to 2021 to in a range 3 until 4%, which is the lowest in the data. The MPC of the Bank Negara Malaysia designed in early 22 to keep overnight policy rate OPR in 1.75%. For example, Bumi Armada business is very helpful to country in raising the nation OPR, as their company is the one of the needs service, manufacturing and trading activities and labour market condition in many other countries.
Jemaah Group Berhad used the concept of monetary and policy concept according to the Malaysian government. They control the matters by modifying the money supply and interest rate. Interest rate used by Bank Negara Malaysia. Then, the country aggregates demand will affect three components, namely consumption, investment and net export. Interest rate also use overnight policy rate known as OPR. In fiscal policy, the government want to establish an alternate taxes, providing transfer payment and buying products and services. The economy will give effect on budget surplus, deficit or both.
The origin of 7-Eleven is dalam taxes. On another hand, a monetary policy approach permit market price to reach in reaction to unanticipated drop in production while maintaining nominal gross domestic product. Produce the ethical same contingency result as an environment with a fully developed insurance system. For beyond traditional duties, the administration become more committed in the national general economy development. During this period, the government intervened directly in the private sector toward the creation of hard commercial firms.
The vision for the Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad is to further strengthen our position as the leading dairy company driving growth, in line with Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad mission of helping Malaysians move forward in life with trusted dairy nutrition. Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad aim to continue developing products that contribute to a healthy society. The Dutch Lady brand has different types of dairy products suitable for both children and adults or family.
The company began in the traditional way with the patriarch launching a family business trading in sportwear in 1977. The Cheetah brand of items was introduced in 1979, signaling a roaring arrival into the sportwear arena. With a primary focus on market networking, branding, design, the firm has established and expands its portfolio with new brands for various market sectors and casual lifestyle wear. The brands that are available is Cheetah Junior, Cheetah Ladies, C-Union and many more. Ladybird for children's clothes and GQ for men professional attire are both worldwide licensed brands for the company. The success of the brand and label was built on outsourcing to dedicated and reliable suppliers who have been with the company since its inception, as well as good networking relationship. Years of hard effort and attention to innovation and quality make Cheetah brand achieve the Super Brand 2005 award, making it the first sport and casual wear company to get such an honor. In 2009, the firm fully consolidated all of its activities, including marketing, distribution, design, and storage inside its new headquarters.
Bumi Armada was incorporated in December 1997 as a public limited company that managed smaller tanker in 1970 to design, build and operate FPSO with increased complexity, functioning, capacity and size. This company was Malaysian-based provider of international offshore energy facilities and service that combine leading and provide technology to meet the needs of its customer with a presence in over 10 countries across 3 continents and a workforce 929 people over the 27 countries. Such as offshore service are provided by the company to business units, floating production and operation FPO and offshore marine service or MS. Furthermore, by placing high value protecting the well-being and livelihood of the community and minimizing the environmental impact has given strong to competitor to other company and another country.
Jet Marvel Group Berhad, known in the Malaysian Stock Exchange, is JEDM, which has a stock code 7043. Construction, manufacturing, financing services, technology services, healthcare services, and investment holding are the main industry in which Jet Marvel Group Berhad and its subsidiary company operate. 10. Jet Marvel Group Berhad was established in 1918 as a private limited company. The company, located at Lebuh Lipah 5, 11950, Bayan Lepas, Pulau Pinang, Malaysia. Jet Marvel Group Berhad have their own belief, which is created as Your Trust, Our Team, and The Infinite. They also have the core value that divided into value, dignity, integrity, and fulfillment, trust, and discipline.
7-Eleven Malaysia Sdn Berhad, SIM, main subsidiary is responsible for owning and manage all 7-Eleven locations in Malaysia. Since its inception on June 4, 1984, the 7-Eleven brand in Malaysia has been well known throughout the grocery store sector. The first and biggest chain of 7-Eleven open 24 hours a day in Malaysia.
The MACD graph is one of the most popular indicators used among technical analysis. It helps to identify the direction of velocity and the rate of change. On 8 June 2022, the signal line transitions over the MACD line, showing the selling signal. At the time, we sold 200 shares at RM22 per share. The Relative Strength Index is one of the technical indicators used to analyze financial markets. From May 2022 to June 2022, nationally RSI resistance zone is 40% to 60%. On 14 June, the RSI line hit 30%, indicating investors bought the stock. Investors began buying stocks that caused the RSI line to fall into the oversold area. Moving average is one of the easy technical analysis indicators that makes pricing data seamless by creating an updated average price. From the MA line until January to March continues to fall, and it shows that the company is in a downward trend, and this means sell signal. But in April, it started to show a trend, and it made buying signals that gave a positive sign that prices began to rise again. Support is where the price tends to stop falling, while the hurdle is the stock price. From the graph, the spot value price level is RM22.40.
Moving average convergence or divergence indicator is well known and often used technical instrument that measures the momentum of stock price. The indicator is derived by computing the difference between two exponential moving average of closing price. According to the chart, after 2nd June, there is a point of junction between a faster moving average and a slower moving average. When it comes to the direction, it is going up. This indicates that the market will be bullish, where it is a good indication time to sell the stock as the stock price is on markup phase and from the period onward. And it is also not a problem if we want to hold the stock and wait for the price to go up a little bit. Because we began trading on 2nd June, we are able to take advantage of the current market condition and sell the stock while it is at higher price. On the first trading day, we invest in the company stock at price RM0.135 per share, purchasing a total of 100 shares. Aside from that, while the market is open, we can observe that it is bearish as indicated by a decline in the stock price. However, there are times when the stock price experiences a slightly increase. For example, on June 20, the price reached RM1.42 and we decide to capitalize on this opportunity by selling our stock, which consists of 300 shares. The price of the stock continued to swing laterally on the 21st June. In addition, there is no longer any indication of a bullish or bearish market because of the absence of intersection between a faster moving average and a slower moving average. As a result, as traders, we are obligated to keep trading, and despite this, we must ensure that we make a profit from the trading of stock during the period. The relative power index, often known as RPI, is most applied to a time frame of 14 days. It is calculated on a scale that ranges from 0 to 100, with high levels noted at 70 and low levels recorded at 30 respectively. When the RPI reached 70, this indicates that the stock has been overbought, whereas when it reached 30, it indicates that the stock has been oversold. A value of overbought on the RPI occurs during an uptrend or bullish period. Meanwhile, a reading of oversold on the RPI indicates a decline that is likely to be a bear market. According to the chart that is seen, there was an overbought condition on April 5 since the index was more than 70. This is significant that the market is bullish and that the stock price is rising. However, because we began on 2nd June and continued until June 26, we have been forced to accommodate an oversold stock. This is because during the trading time, there is a signal of oversold occur as the trend revealed that the index is less than 30. However, starting on June 16, we may simply continue to buy a stock at the normal level if there is no indication signaling that the stock has been overbought or oversold. Moving average are one of the instruments that traders have employed rather frequently through the years, calculated over a period of time that can range from 10 to 200 days. The moving average is designed to smooth out short-term volatility while highlighting longer-term patterns or cycles. Although it will be applied to time series data, its primary function is to do so. This is because an investor might determine the direction of the trend by employing moving average technical analysis, and it is beneficial to understand the prospective buying and selling signal. Therefore, based on the chart, we can see that the stock price for Cheetah Holding on June 2nd shows a signal that is bearish because the angle line is moving downward. This indicates that the price is slightly going down, and it may be a quite bad time to sell the stock because the price is moving down. This will continue to take place up to the final day on which we conduct the trade. On the other hand, as of the 27th of June, it is likely that the trend is heading upward, which demonstrates a bullish indication as the angle moves up. Meanwhile, because of this, purchasing the stock on 15, 17, and 21st of June will be your best option given that the price of the stock will be at its lowest through this holding time. Support and resistance. To determine whether a certain price level is headed lower or higher, traders look at the amount of support and resistance in the market. A support level is a price level at which the price has a tendency to find support when it is going down, whereas a resistance level is the reverse of a support level, and it is a price level at which the price has a tendency to find resistance when it is going up. Therefore, during the holding period based on the graph above, the support level for Cheetah Holding during the trading period is RM0.125, and once the price had already over this level, it would be more likely to keep depreciating until it happens to find another support level. In the meanwhile, the resistance level for Cheetah Holding is at RM0.145 through the trading days. This indicates that the price is more likely to bounce off of this level rather than break through it.
MACD is a calculation that uses the difference between two open ratio, moving average of a stock closing price to reveal change in trend direction, momentum, and trend direction. We decide to keep the share at 45% per share and make 2% profit. The blue line almost touched the red line in Armada stock chart above, indicated a good bearish sign to sell share. There was a bearish sign on June 30 when the faster moving average placed the slower moving average on its way down. This is a good indicator to sell, and the stock will depreciate from then on. Throughout the holding period, the price fluctuated, making it difficult to decide. So we always decide to buy when the price are lower and sell when the price expected to rise. We had no profit from trading in this Bumi Armada at the end of trading on June 25. For my opinion, in order to reap a large profit from investing in this company stock, we must, in opinion, do so over the long period of the time. The Relative Strength Index is a technical indicator used in a financial market technical analysis that is a typical over 40 days, being used to measure speed volatility as well as a change in the price movement direction. When Bumi Armada graph is provide a visual means of monitoring both current as well as the history of the market strength and weakness. The chart above show that there was almost overbought with a total 70 ringgit between mid-November and the end of February, which may have resulted in a loss for investor that's time. Since we trade from June 3 to June 5, we began buying stock at beginning June 3 with normal. The price began to rise in the middle of the trading month and then fell until the end of our trading. In summary, we had no overbought and or oversold condition during the trading days. Technical analysis use moving average to track and identify trade and smoothly out normal day-by-day price. We take move average in the short term. We began trading capital in the Armada company to purchase this share at the end May 22 and will continue until 25 June. As we can see from the first graph, from our date, the short-term signal line considered above a long-term line, and we consider it ascending signal indicating that the price will begin rise. This is because the share price rose significantly at the start of the year, but to fall from 58% to 40% mid-February. Q7, the price was a little high, but we discussed buying it in hope the profit from higher share price increase the next day. Support and resistance level are used to determine whether a price level will rise or slip down. According to the graph above, the support level for Bumi Armada during the trading period is 75 cents, and once this level is breached, the price is likely to continue declining until it finds another support level. Meanwhile, the resistance level for Bumi Armada is 40 cents during the trading day on 4 May, indicating that the price is more likely to bounce from this level rather than breakthrough.
The differences between two exponential moving averages, known as EMAs, of closing prices is calculated using the MACD, which is known as Moving Average Convergence or Divergence Indicator. And MACD's underlying moving average period can be any length, but widely used parameters include a quicker EMA of 12 days, a slower EMA of 26 days, and the signal line as the difference between the two at 9 days EMA. It is intended to show change in a trend strength, direction, momentum, and duration in the price of a stock. Then, on 25 June 2022, the Jet Marvel Group Berhad sell 300 shares at price 0.92, then that the gain is 1.5. From the stock chart of Jet Marvel Group Berhad, above the MACD line, which is the blue line, falls below the signal line, which is the red line. It means that it was a bearish signal. This indicates that the trend is taking its momentum in the upward direction and it going until they cross each other, and the company make a great decision to sell the stock and gain profit. When the both lines are cross each other, so it indicates the bullish signal and big signal for investors to buy more stock. It can see that it's quite difficult to make decision on buying stock since the price keep increasing all over the time, because the company know that this stock price is unexpected when it's going bearish or decrease. So, along the time, the company decide to continue to buy when the price is lower and sell the day tomorrow that expected to going up. Next is relative power index. The relative power index was measuring the velocity and magnitude of directional price movement. Relative power index most typically used on 14 days time frame, measure on scale from 0 to 100 with high and low level marked at 17 and 13 respectively. Relative power index is considered overbought when above 17 and oversold when below 13. From the line graph, it is shown that the company have the overbought from April until before get into May in 2022 because the high level of market saw the relative power index for more than 17. Then, in June 2022, also have oversold in the market because the company more sell than buy and the market drop under the 30. Investors and traders use moving average to smooth out daily price fluctuation and analyze and discover trends. We take the moving average in short-term times, which is in 20 days, use the single line orange, and long-term times, which is in 15 days, from the technical graph above in red line orange. But we choose to focus on buy and sell the market on the month of June 2022. If look at the short-term time from June 2022, which is only 20 days, the average that show is 0.93 in the market. Then, if move to long-term time is 15 days, the average show are between 0.90 and 0.915. This is show that short-term higher than long-term because of effect and other things. A price level known as a support level is one where price frequently finds support as they decline or fall. This indicates that rather than breaking through this level, the price is more likely to bounce off of it. However, after the price has gone above this threshold by a sum that makes more noise than usual, it is probably just keep falling until coming into contact with another support level. Nevertheless, a level of resistance is contrary to a support level. As the price climbs, it is the area where resistance frequently appears. Once more, suggests that rather than breaking through this level, the price is more likely to bounce off. However, after the price has gone above this threshold by a sum that makes more noise than usual, it is probably still reaching a new degree of resistance to keep rising. If see on the candlestick, the moving is going up and the price is shown a bullish signal, so time to resistance level and it is going upward line. At that time, the company sell more than buy in the market for the month of June 2022. Then the price can affect the market, so the company try to match and make the good way along the duration time.
Moving the MACD in this portfolio, it is based on 1220C, which means that the difference between the 12-day moving average to determine the intersection of the curve which the MACD signal line generated from the 9-day moving average data. In the beginning of analysis, on 13 of June, the MACD line crossed the signal line, which made it a bullish market and is not yet to be sold. Starting from 3 June to 24 June, the MACD line crossed the signal line and it gives us to signal to buy stock. The RPI oscillates between 0 and 100. Traditionally, the RPI is considered overbought when it is above 70 and considered oversold when it is below 30. Signal can be generated by looking for divergences and failure swing. The RPI line is between 30 and 70 throughout the analysis period, and this gives us a investor the choice to sell or hold our stock. Moving average usually will be calculated over a period of 10 to 200 days. It is a trend following or lagging indicator because it is based on past price. The moving average line is consistently below the current price of the stock, which is considered as a bullish signal where the price is increased and gives a buying signal along the particular period. When it has done so by margin greater than the level of noise, the price is likely to continue increasing until it encounters another resistance level. The price reaches the support level when it is volume RM 1.4. However, RM 1.42 represents as a resistance level where bring the means of buying to stop when the price is above resistance level.
In conclusion, we choose 5 active stocks and trade them for either 20 days or 4 weeks. Based on our trade, we must keep a record of how much we bought or sold, the price on that particular day, and our profit or loss. The total cost we invest for the first company, Dash Daddy, is RM215,992, and the second company, 7-Eleven, is RM7,506 in total. In the meantime, we invest RM843, RM1,647.50, and RM4,757 for the third, fourth, and fifth company, which is Cheetah, Bumi Armada, and Jade Marvel. As a result, we must look at a country's major economic perspective and the relevant industrial outlook in order to accomplish capital gain. That's all from us. Thank you.